flags charged with banners. You want them? You got them. This coming in from the eastern side of the world. Invasion. Ruskengrad defense front has been under siege. The Reds are sending thousands of soldiers to their deaths in hopes that they can once again re-secure their once precious city. Our blue boys have dug in no man's land at the outskirts of the city. The Reds are preparing for one final attack, what they believe to be the weak spot in our blue boys' front. Will our boys hold the line against the Red menace, or will the tide of the war finally turn in favor of the Blues?
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Great Plastic War mod. So this mod was made by Nyrok and myself. We have put together a full series for you guys. We have around 6 videos ready and prepared to drop in the coming days. And this is going to be about the old war of Plastica and the first Great Plastic War. So this would have occurred around 100 years before the current date in Army Men of War Season 3. And these guys right here are the Kingdom of Britannia. So these guys have been defending this city, which is Ruskengrad, for quite a while now, nearly 100 years. This war has been going on for nearly 300 years. And the Reds just keep sending troop after troop, battalion after battalion at these front lines, and they will just not stop. Look at this. This mod was kindly made by a member of my team called Nyrok. He reskinned everything, and he also helped me with the lore yesterday. So this is going to be a super cool series. So smash that like button, also drop a bomb on that subscribe button, join the Mighty Nation, and tell me where you want to take this series. Also come up with some other ideas in the comment section. And also join the Discord, links are all in the description. So this battle has been underway now for around 10 to 15 minutes. The Reds just keep pushing infantry at them. The tanks have not yet been invented at this point. They're just prototypes in the laboratories. I think we might be seeing them in the future, so do stick around. So the Reds are now going to be focused on taking the edge of the city. So like any other episode of Army Men of War, or should we say the Great Plastic War, whatever happens in this video will affect what happens in the coming future of these videos, if that makes sense. But yeah, so the Reds are just going to keep throwing soldiers, and look at this. We've got an epic no man's land, and just there's bodies, there's so many bodies. And another cool thing about this mod as well, look, is we can actually zoom right into the characters and not have any of those camera glitches where we'll like warp into their faces. Look at so many bodies. So the Blues have a lot of soldiers. They did have men in these first trenches, which I think I might send some men over the top in a moment to try and retake them. And yeah, that's about it really. I mean, that's pretty much the whole objective of No Man's Land. There's just no winner. There's just no winner. It's just charging soldiers at machine guns and lines of infantry, I guess. So look at these guys. Look, they're not even phased. The Blues are based off of the European factions, such as the British, the French, maybe, I won't say the German, because we have another faction who is going to be based off the Germans. I'm going to let you guys guess who they are in the comment section below. And other than that, we're going to be seeing every other faction as well, such as the Tans. We're going to be seeing some of the Oranges, but at this point in time, it's not the Red Union. This would have been the Red Empire, because the Reds used to be an empire. They never used to be a unionist regime. Also, a big shout out to Gunther. He is going to be voicing the intros to these videos. They're very nostalgic, remind me of the old 3DO games. Just a huge pile of bodies right here. The Reds are armed with only rifles and infantry at this stage. I'm really going to try and scale these battles up. I want to see thousands of men on these battlefields. I really want to push my computer to the limit. I want lag. Whoa, did you see the artillery shell then? That's cool. But yeah, that is the aim of this series. We're going to go back in time and see how the countries establish themselves. So if we was to go back in time with the Reds and the Blues, a lot of you guys know from the lore of Army Men of War, there's this big area called the neutral zone. I'll get the battle map up right here, right, and you can see that area right there is the neutral zone, and this is currently where they will be fighting. So in the neutral zone, it would have been nothing but trees. where we're fighting in Army Men of War, but at this point in time, we're talking, like I say, about 100 years before, it would have just been pure trenches and craters. Literally no man's land, just like from World War I. That's cool, we've got like an officer right there. I love these central trenches, what he's done right here, look at this. It's like a little support trench. We can really get deep in here, look. Bits of plastic everywhere. These guys are biologically plastic, so they have little plastic hearts, they have little plastic lungs. Oh, looks like the Blues have decided to go over the top. Their objective now is to try and retake these trenches that they've lost. And they seem to be doing a pretty good job so far. Could you imagine how scary it would have been back in the olden days? So, the first Great Plastic War in my series, by the way, lasted around 300 years. We're looking from around the year 1700 all the way up to around the year 1920. So that's our years, not theirs. So in our timeline, it kind of matches theirs for technology. So we're going to be starting the first Great Plastic War with muskets. And this is going to be a story based in the later part of the war. So we're going to be focusing on what happened on different front lines around 100 years, I'd say, before where we're currently at in Army Men of War. That's if you follow the series. If you don't follow the series, be sure to go and check it out. We've got a ton of lore. What we've just done on this channel, we've decided to take a mod and we've decided to turn them into plastic army men, and we've decided to create a whole lore for it. We've not like jumped in the deep end with a lore that's already established. We have designed our own lore, and this is part of it. I just love how we can't see anything over that hill right there. So the Blues have managed to retake these trenches. They sent some men over the top. It's really cool as well. If you listen carefully, you can hear the whistles in the distance. They're little World War I whistles. The Reds are still pushing with a lot of infantry. Let's have a look at the Red trenches over here. They've got a lot of men dug in still. Some of them not brave enough to push out of the trenches, I see. I mean, I don't blame them. Look how many bodies there are. This supply trench is being completely kaput by the artillery. I wonder if we can see some officers. So another thing I want your guys' help with is we have generals, right? So some of the people that have died in the Army Men of War series, in the later version of it, would still be alive in this series, because these plastic soldiers last around 1,000 years apiece. So they don't live like normal humans, they last a lot longer. So a half-life on a plastic soldier is around 1,000 years. So at this point in time, the King of Greenland would be King Greenland at this point still. The leader of the Red Empire would be Tsar Ruskin. The leader of the Blues would be King Scottfrey. And then you would have the leader of the Tan Empire, which is a guy called Tan Chi Min. Some of you guys would be like, oh, there's a city named Tan Chi Min, and that's because that city was actually named after him. So at this point as well, Istanbul would be the capital of the Tans before they moved it to Tangiers. So there's just so much which hasn't happened yet, and we're going to try our best as a team to try and bring you guys the full experience of Army Men of War and make it all connect. So like I say, dudes, you've got to hit that subscribe button, you've got to go down, leave a comment as well. I love the artillery in this. Crawling through the craters. They just can't get through no man's land. Just bodies everywhere. Grenade out. Other than that, I think we've only got one trench left for the Blues now, and that's their rear trench as well as the blue artillery. Look at this thing right here, look. We've got some cool blue artillery, and here's the officer. He's still alive, that's surprising. Usually my officers get killed within like the first 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to get him in the trench so he's not in the open. So hopefully he doesn't get hit by artillery. Blues are still going over the top. You can hear the whistle still in the background from time to time. God, I love World War I battles. No man's land. We've got a squad leader right there. Grenades. Also, guys, I know you guys like to roleplay along with this series, so tell me, if you're a blue or a red, were you in this battle? Was your ancestors in this battle? Write your story in the comment section. Also, join the Discord. Come and submit me some ideas in there. We have a whole text channel in there dedicated just to your guys' submissions. We can take suggestions and, yeah. We can write this series together. But like I say, dudes, I'm going to be uploading a lot more frequently as of late, so be prepared for many uploads. Oh, they're actually coming over the hill now. This guy's like, hold the line. The Reds are just still coming. It's never everlasting. Like I say, this map and mission was made by Nyrox, so I don't know what's going on. The scripts are brand new for me. I have no idea who's going to come into the map. I don't know how many are coming into the map really. All I know is a roundabout figure. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to find out off Nyrox how many soldiers were in this battle and how many died and how many fought. And I will put it in the description of the video, so be sure to go and check it out if you want to see how many soldiers actually attacked Ruskengrad across this huge front line which just goes on for hundreds and hundreds of miles. If you saw that little battle map at the start, each one of those little squares stand for 100 soldiers, which is one company of men. 5 companies make up for 1 battalion. Oh, the Reds are actually taking some ground in the centre. We're going to have to give this thing a nickname, dudes. Look at this. The Battle of Ruskengrad. So you can see the outskirts of the city right here. Another cool thing about this city, you can see the Blues are still bringing in reinforcements. You can see that they have a series of trenches actually in the city as well. And they actually did this in World War II as well. They just dug trenches straight through the cities. They didn't care. They didn't even care. Imagine if you was just living there, you know, and somebody just started digging through your wall or something like, hello, and make them a cup of tea or something. But they've got these cool little stands right here made of Lego. It emphasises the fact that these guys are technically toy army men. To us, anyway. To them, they're just the average dude. You know, extremely racist plastic army men. Okay, the Blues have done it. They've managed to take the second trench. Just got to keep pushing forward now. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in the comment section. It's always good to do a little bet. And what you can do is just drop a timestamp. Tell me who you think is going to win. And then count points to see how many battles you get right. I've also put something up in the Discord as well. It is an event for Army Men of War, so be sure to join the Discord and go and check it out. I want to get you guys involved a lot more in these series. Wow. It's just going on forever. Let's have a slow pan. Let's go bird's eye view, look. And have a slow pan. I think that like that, that's it. It's just never ending. Thousands of soldiers. I'm pretty sure Nyrox said it was around 2,000 Reds against around 350, 400 Blues. I think that's what he said. I'll have to double check. Like I say, I'll try my best to put it in the comment section. Well, not the comment section, the description. What am I saying? There's plastic everywhere. Private Vasily over there, look. He's charging. Grenade goes off. Didn't make it 3 feet. It's never lasting, look. It just doesn't stop. That's a good strategy there. Throw grenades, let them all jump over, you know, lie on the floor, put their hands over their heads, and then just charge them. Let's see if we can stomp. I wonder, actually, if we have any troops in reserve for the Blues. I'm just wondering if I can actually bring up some more troops and try him out a full-scale bayonet charge. That'd be pretty awesome. Got a nice little Lewis machine gun right there, look. Fun fact, these things were actually used in Season 1 and 2. So these guns were quite reliable for these plastics. Wow. I'm also going to start a playlist as of this video. Oh, so you guys can keep an eye on it. I wonder if that officer survived. Smoke is clearing. He survived! Jenkins, you did it! Good job, Jenkins. Hashtag pray for Jenkins. He's got a Lewis gun supporting him. He's moving to the crater. No, big mistake, Jenkins. Big mistake. Jenkins took a bullet to the head. The Reds still have hundreds of soldiers. And they still hold these trenches as well. It's going to be a long battle, boys. Go make yourself a cup of tea. We're in for a long battle. I mean, it's not as long as it is for these plastics because these guys have been fighting for 100 years. You can see why now as well. It just goes to show that plastic warfare just wasn't ideal. No wonder so many people died. I mean, how many people died per square mile? I think it was a lot. I think it was in the thousands. This is an absolute dead zone right here. Look at that. We need to do a giant charge. Is he going to throw a grenade? He's got grenades. 3 grenades, man. Oh, nope. He blowed up. And they're still coming. It's like the battle is still fresh. Usually by now we can see who the winner is, but not in this case. It's still pretty even. Even though the Reds are outnumbering the Blues. But yeah, what we're going to do is if the Reds do manage to take out the Blues and get into the city of Ruskengrad, then we're going to change it on the battle map. The little flags on this battle map right here, if I remember to get it up, that is, they represent who owns the province. So if they take Ruskengrad, then they are going to own the province. Wow. It's just everlasting. I've got another squad leader coming in over here. I love their uniforms, they look so cool. I think they're starting to slow down now, I think. At least I think they are. I hope they are. I mean, it's been a long battle as it is. I'm still seeing men come in the map. I mean, if the Blues do just hold them back and the Reds don't manage to get through these trenches, then obviously it's a Blue victory. Well, it's technically a nobody's victory. It's just a typical World War I no man's land. There is no victor. Come on, let's just mount a huge charge. Let's just grab some of these guys right here. So, who should we take control of? I don't know who to control. Do you know what, Script? We're just going to leave them to it. We're just going to let them do it. They seem to be doing a good job anyway. We've got a handful of dudes coming over this hill right here. You see, this is the problem. As soon as they poke their heads over this elevation, they just get shot. They just get sniped. They're definitely slowing down now. Definitely. Oh, so I thought. There's still a lot over here. Okay, there's a huge amount right here, look. This is a full platoon. They could actually do something with these troops right here. They just need to push them all at the same time. If they can just get their men inside that trench, get them into cover, they would literally have a foothold. And they could just start picking them off because they only have rifles, you see, so they're not exactly... well, they're not exactly the best of guns, are they, so... Grenade out. Oh, that's a good grenade. No, it's not. Maybe not. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to commentate. So much carnage. That blue right there is never going home to see his family again. We still have a trench back here. I wonder if our officer is still kicking it. He is. There he is, look. Let's get this officer named in the comment section. Obviously, around this time, I reckon it'll be Blueton. If you remember, there was a blue commander. He's been around for quite a while, quite an old dude. He got captured by the Greys some time ago. He's currently in a prisoner of war camp, so we think, in Graal, in the modern day series. But at this point in time, he would have been maybe, I don't know, what should we say? He'd probably be a major of some sort. He won't be all the way up there because this is a long time before, but he would be somewhat of a high rank. So maybe that's Blueton right there. Maybe that's Major Blueton. What do you guys think? It's just like playing with real toy armament. The artillery's just holding them off. I wonder if the artillery has enough range to take out their artillery. This will be interesting. Right. We have got enough range. Oh, wait. They don't have artillery. Never mind. Okay, we're just going to take some shots. I think the red advance is slowing down now. Looks to be like it's going to be a blue victory. So if you did bet on the blues, then looks like you're going to be a winner. Take a shot right there. I wonder if that's going to hit him. Nearly. So we've got 1, 2, 3. The reds have stopped coming. This is definitely a blue victory. The blues have managed to defend Ruskengrad. They call it Highton because they're British and French and, you know, European. That's what they're based off. I've tried to base all these army men factions off continents rather than countries. So the greens are, you know, the USA. You've got the blues, they're kind of Europe. You've got, apart from the greys, obviously the greys are like Nazi Germany / steampunk. The purples are like Japanese, as well as Unsullied from Game of Thrones. I don't know why. What else do we have? We've got Tangeria. They're like the Middle East and Africa combined. Then we've got Viet Tan, which is obviously Vietnam and maybe Asia. So everywhere kind of makes up something. Reds are just clearly the Soviet Union. I mean, the glorious, the Red Army. You can't get any more glorious than these guys. But yeah, this is definitely a win on the blue side because the Reds have definitely took more casualties. In the way of the blues are not going to be advancing because they were the defending force. They've not received their orders yet from their high command. But yeah, so this is definitely a blue victory. So anyway, so this was episode 1 of the Great Plastic War mod. A new series we're going to be doing on this channel, like I say, dudes. I'm going to be uploading a lot more, so turn that notification bell on so you can get notified when I upload. Also, join the Discord, all of that stuff right there. The Reds are still going to own one side. There's been no breakthrough. They did try, but unfortunately the Blues were just too dug in, I guess. I mean, if the Reds could just advance again with another 1,000 men, they'd probably do it, but I don't think they're going to now. I think that's it for the day. They'll probably send another 1,000 men the day after because the population would have been a lot higher back then. I mean, it's only in the hundreds of thousands now per faction when it comes to the modern day world, but back then, this is what made it so every faction was so low in population, I guess. But yeah, so if you want to see more, like I say, do stick around. It's nice that you took your time to sit here and watch mine and my team's creation. It's awesome that these videos get so many views still because I really do enjoy making them, and I really feel a lot better about doing this sort of stuff, and that spark is definitely coming back. I've got to admit I did lose it for a little while, so... Oh no, I want to see what happens to these two blues now. These two advancing blues. And then we're ending the video. Okay, they have no idea that the Reds are there. Two blues have just secured this whole trench by themselves. Grenade out. Where's he throwing the grenade? That's what I want to know. Oh, good shot, sir. He's threw it away. Didn't work though. I just want. Oh, these blues are actually going to take this trench right here. This is definitely a blue victory. And that's it. Look, they've took the trench. That was epic. That was such a good ending. So, big thank you to Gunther and Nyrock for helping me do this video. We've been working on it all day. And I will see you all in episode 2 of this awesome series.